Alright, finally, Invincible Woman and Human Torch are here. With this new update that we got, they're both available for 20 days, and you can summon for them as 3-star Invisible Woman and 2-star Johnny Storm Human Torch. Wow, he looks fantastic actually. For now today, let's showcase these two characters and see how good they are and what are the kits and reviews in total. So Invincible Woman, first of all, obviously you have to summon for her, and 3-star character. Let's check out her skills. Passive: at the start of the battle, all allies gain a shield equal to Invisible Woman's attack. Alright, so regular attack over here. This one is kind of for all Fantastic Fours, this passive. So if you have one or two of the Fantastic Four characters in your team, then you can get increased attack and defense. So this is actually good. I like this when the game is trying to team up characters, which we have different teams in Marvel. So the first one is Fantastic Four, and I would like to see that more often, like the big three, for example, Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man. So if you pair those three up, then you can get an extra passive, or X-Men or whatever, so this is actually good. I like this one. And then over here, Invisible Aftermath, applied by Inside Out, lasts 5 more seconds. So this is this skill, which we'll talk about that later on. So it's just buffing up her skill. And then allies with a shield deal 10% more damage. So shield, this is important, the force shield, which is at the start of the battle, all allies gain a shield. But I'll talk about this in the Soul Saga later on. Let's just continue with the skills. Ultimate: all allies in the target area become invincible for 5 seconds, and their attack increases by 69 for 15 seconds. Cannot be targeted by enemies. This is great. I mean, first of all, when it launched, they had it only costs like 200 energy, and then you could do this back to back, like non-stop forever. Now it's 300. Still you can do it back to back, but you'll have a small gap in between. Anyhow, it's still broken, and you'll be invisible, so no one can touch you, and then you just attack them like however you want. So this is broken for sure. And then this debuff deals 320 of Invisible Woman's attack and special damage to enemies, target area, and applies Invisible Aftermath for 10 seconds. Increases ultimate move damage taken by 46%. Oh god, okay. This is insane. Like 46% increase ultimate move damage. This is actually level 7, so it's lower for sure when you just get her, but then you can scale it up to 46% and then just do the ult and kind of like one-shot them, I guess. We just have to wait and see, but I think you can one-shot them. Like with Scarlet Witch ult, you can definitely one-shot the enemy. Over here, this skill applied blinded for 10 seconds. Basic attacks always miss. So kind of like being invincible, but like this one you'll be fully invincible. This is like partially, so it's just basic attacks. Still a good one. So now the Soul Saga thing that I was talking about, this one, you had the first mind, using full transparency, like this skill, the buff that you become invincible. Sorry, this is the ultimate. Whenever you use the ultimate and then become invincible, triggers force shield, granting all allies a shield. So this is the passive. You're gonna get this at the start of the game. You're gonna get the shield, and then obviously after a while you can do the ultimate and then get the shield again. So this is how you can gain shield all the time and also be invincible. Just think about it. You do the ult, you become invincible, you gain the shield, and then you gain this buff for allies with a shield deal 10% more damage, and then you can also do this one to increase the ultimate move damage taken by 46%, and then just do crazy amount of damage with your main DPS, like Scarlet Witch or any other main DPS you have at the moment. I don't have Scarlet Witch myself, but we can get her later on for sure. So that is something crazy. Let's talk about her artifact over here. The wearer's energy generation increases by 30%, so this is important and very high number. It's similar to what was the name of this? Ancient Frontier. So it's similar to this one, 30%. And this one, after the wearer uses ultimate move, allies crit rate increases by 16% for 10 seconds. What did we have here? When allies have a shield, they deal 10% more damage and 10% less damage. So you need to have at least one dupe of Invincible Woman to make it work perfectly. All right, so just having her, I don't think it will be that much good, because you can get the shield. That's just at the start of the game you'll get the shield, but you know, later on you can't. But if you get the what do you call it, the first dupe, the mind one over here, you need to get this one. It's kind of like Emma Frost. Emma Frost also, you need to have the first mind so that you can heal all of your allies. With Invincible Woman as well, you need to have at least one dupe over here, the first mind, so that you can apply the force shield over and over and again to gain the shield for all your characters, and then get this buff over here. And also, if you have the artifact, you get this buff as well. But let's say if you don't have the artifact, still doesn't matter. You need to get that shield for all your allies just to stay alive in the game, obviously. And then additional effect when equipped by Invisible One, crit damage of all allies' ultimate moves increases by 40%. Damn. I think she's the best pair for Scarlet Witch, with the crit rate, crit damage, all out attack and everything. So she would be the best pair for Scarlet Witch in my opinion. And if you have Scarlet Witch, go for Invisible Woman, no doubt. That's my suggestion. But again, as I said, it's best to have at least one dupe of her so that you can get the mind, the first mind, to grant all your allies a force shield over and over and again. All right, so that's for Invincible Woman. In my opinion, she would be really useful. And I think, well, just think of it, using Invincible Woman, Emma Frost, and then Scarlet Witch as well. That could be crazy, because you buff up everything. You can buff up special damage with Emma Frost, special damage here, and also this one to deals again more special damage. And then you can heal, and then you increase the crit damage of Scarlet Witch with Invincible Woman, and then all those crazy stuff, increase ultimate damage. I think you can one shot for sure, but it's not only like Scarlet Witch. Obviously, if you get, by the way, Captain America is here. That's something that is good in this game, that all the limited ones go over here so you can pull for them later on. And yeah, okay, so that's it for Invisible Woman. Let's talk about Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. He's also special damage dealer, so he could be also the striker, and same as Storm. So again, Invisible Woman, Johnny Storm, and the Storm itself. That's crazy. But yeah, these could be also good. Let's talk about the talents we have. Obviously, it should be burning type of thing. Basic attack, I have 32% chance to apply burning for 5 seconds. Burning takes 12% of the source character's attack as special damage per second. Finally, we got a dot in the game. So like damage over time skills, we usually have them as that's normal for every gacha game, like poison, burn. What else do we have? Like electrocute or other stuff. Like I'm thinking of Black Clover immediately. But yeah, so we have this burning thing, which is good. We just have to put and test it out how much damage it actually makes. And then over here again, same as the Fantastic Four members, you need to build a team around them so that you can get this passive. Supernova deals 20% more damage to enemies in the fire area. So yeah, Supernova is this one. It's good to have burn on other enemies and then do the ult. And reduces burning enemies attack by 10%. Good debuff as well. And then Ultimate deals a Human Torch attack as special damage to enemies and target, and applies burning for 10 seconds again. And then over here, Torches sets the target area on fire. Torches, why do I saying Torches? Dealing 80% of Human Torches attack as special damage to enemies within every second. Wow, okay. That should be a lot of damage. We gotta see. And then gains 50 ultimate energy and mad heat for 10 seconds. The probability of ignition applying burning increases to 100%, and Human Torch deals 34% more damage to burning enemies. I think it was this one, right? Basic attacks have a 30% chance to apply burning, so with this buff you can do it 100%. Obviously they'll get the burning for sure. And then over here, defeating burning enemies grants Human Torch 20 ultimate energy. This could be really useful. I mean, we're gonna get different dupes of him because you're gonna get him for free, and if you summon for Scarlet Witch, Invisible Woman, you're gonna get dupes of him as well. And we'll talk about this later, but obviously it could be really useful. The main thing is that Invisible Woman needs to have one dupe when you're summoning for her and playing with her, but she's a really good character in my opinion. She buffs a lot and you can deal a lot of damage. Let's do a trial. Maybe we can check the damage thing over here. Is it with, it should be with Hulk, right? Oh, it's with Juggernaut. Okay, so I thought it's Hulk because of the banner. Alright, let's just do I don't want to use Juggernaut at all. Okay, let's just, so Johnny Storm, wait, this is the shield. Wait, alright, this is the shield that we have. Obviously Juggernaut's shield is over. Let's just buff up Johnny Storm and Human Torch. So now they're burning. Yeah, this one's burning. Alright, and let's do a full attack. Should be like that, 80% damage. See, 800 damage every second. All right. Okay, I'm dying. I'm just talking. Let's do a shield here. What else do we have here? Let's do this one to make ourselves invincible. Nice. And then I think it was this one, right? To increase ultimate move damage taken. Okay, let's do this one. I can't do it over there. Okay, let's wait for these characters. And then we'll do the ult. Oh, this is a wide range. Nice. Check it out. Damn. 68%. 6,800. Damn. 6,800. Damn. Okay, what else do we have? Let's... What was this one? The debuff thing. Basic attack. Always miss. Alright. Let's do this. And let's buff up Johnny Storm to... I still have the shield. So if you have a great tank at front, and you're gonna keep the shields over here as well. Okay, what should we do here? Let's make ourselves invincible. And then use this debuff. Well, let's just have a shield. I need the buff. Oh, both are debuff. Increase ultimate move. Okay, yeah. I gotta get used to the names. Let's have this to... Yeah, get the damage per second. And then ultimate move again. How much damage now? Single target. 28. Alright, and done. Okay, that was fun actually. I like how we played the game. You just need a good tank at front, and then the rest is... You're not gonna take any damage, I guess. Wow, 145,000 damage with Johnny Storm, Human Torch. I really like him. I mean, he's just like, even if they make him weak, I still like his character and how he plays. You know, just firing all over the place, and that's insane. And yeah, that's it for now. First view on these characters, and I think they're both good. Obviously, Human Torch you'll get for free. Make sure to level him up. He could be really useful. And Invisible Woman herself, she is also worth pulling, especially with her different skills that she has with her shield and increased buffs and everything. But keep in mind that you need to have this. You need to have one dupe of her to make the most out of it. Unless... Other than that, then it'll just be a mid to high character, not a broken one. Alright, that's all. Let me know what you think about her, and what's your plan. Are you going to summon, or how much summons did you had to make to get her? And we'll talk more about that in the comment sections. Till next time, have fun and stay tuned.